It is currently 4:45 in the morning. Contains live, harmless animals. They don't need a male. They are able to produce fertilized eggs on their own. And now I am gonna feed them today for the first time. Okay, so I know the lighting is gonna be really bad. It is currently 1:39 a.m. and the animals are going to be delivered in less than 9 hours. And I'm nervous. I'm excited, but I'm very nervous because I've never owned these before. Never even owned like any sort of reptile, amphibian, anything like that. I mean, I've had like frogs when I was younger, but they died soon after getting them, so because I took them from the wild. Currently they are in Memphis, Tennessee, which is like, to be honest, I'm not exactly sure how far away that is. Currently I'm just actually editing the enclosure video, so I'm almost done editing that and I'll be going to sleep probably within the next like hour or two. Okay, so it is currently 4:45 in the morning. I'm going to bed a little later than I planned. I'm thinking I'm gonna try and wake up at like 9:30 or 10, which is only like a few hours of sleep, but that's normally what I get anyway, so it's all good, you know? Yeah, but I really need to wake up before it gets delivered because no one else knows that it's getting delivered. So like, if there's a box that just says live animals, yeah. So I'm gonna set my alarms and I'm gonna go to sleep, and the animals are gonna be in the morning. Alright, so I've been up for about almost a half hour now, and it is 9:55, and on the website, track the order, it says something. Oh, it says that it was on a truck at 8:06 to be delivered, so I'm gonna go now and check to see if it has been delivered. I don't think it has been, but let's go check. Is you here yet? Is you here yet? Is you here yet? I literally can't see anything out this window, so it doesn't matter if they are. Okay, so I just got the text that it was delivered, so I'm gonna go right now and go get it. God, I'm excited. Contains live, harmless animals. Everyone comment down below right now what you think this animal is. As I showed you guys like a few videos ago, I'm not exactly sure how many, but I did set up the enclosure for the this animal here. And I've wanted this animal now for like 8 years, maybe even more. I'm super excited to be able to own these, and there's 2 of them in here. Huge shout out to joshsfrogs.com. Make sure you check out their YouTube channel and their website and Instagram. I think they have an Instagram as well. They sponsored today's video. They sent me these animals. Very good company, and they also have videos on their YouTube channel showing you how to set up tanks, all this different information about feedings and just everything. So if there's any questions you have, you can always shoot them an email or contact them in any way, or even go on their YouTube channel and check out some of their videos because they have a lot of them. Yeah, I think it's time that we go ahead and open up the package. I'm really nervous, but I'm excited. So I think I'll just open it up on my lap maybe. Alright, so this is the box right here with the animals in it. As you can see, it says this side up, handle with care, contains live, harmless animals. Alright, so I know I already said it. Well, I'm actually not 100% sure if I just said it. Go ahead right now in the comments and guess what you think this is. There are 2 of them. Comment down below what you guys think this is. I'm not gonna like shake it. These are definitely not the best scissors. Imagine one escaped, like in handling. So this right here, I know the lighting isn't the best, but that right there is their website and all of that stuff. This is a just information on the fruit flies that I got. They are wingless. Okay, so I'm gonna blur that out, but I'll show you guys in a second. They actually come with a card with all the information about the animal that I ordered, which is really cool. First, we're gonna take this off.
What the heck is that?
I'm guessing that's like a cooling pack.
Oh.
Smells weird. Okay, so this right here is the fruit flies. Now they're kind of moving, they're kind of not. I think that's what smells like that. There's a bunch of fruit flies in there. This is going to be, so this is a producing batch of fruit flies. You can get cultured fruit flies, which basically I believe is just fruit flies that aren't ready to be eaten yet. Oh, I'm excited. I'm so nervous though. Okay, so here's another cooling pack. Plenty of coldness or heating. I don't know what it's supposed to be. They're so small that they fit in this little cup. That's literally how small they are. Oh my god, I'm nervous. I stick out this one right here, I guess. Oh my god, it's so tiny! Oh my god, I didn't think it was gonna be that small.
Where is it?
Right here. This thing is incredibly tiny, you guys. Like, incredibly tiny. That is one of them right there. Okay, let's see if the next one is all good. Where are you, girl? There you are. Incredibly tiny. Like, you guys,
It's hard to, like, focus.
Yeah, it's hard to focus, so I really do apologize about the footage, guys. Like, I just needed to open them right away. So, yeah, that is those two. And then also, real quick, so right here, I don't know what is sticky. So this right here is Calcium Plus. So this is the calcium that we will be dusting the fruit flies in, which I might show you guys later in this video how to feed them. This right here is called a meal replacer. So they will be eating two things. They'll be eating this, which is a crested gecko diet. And this is rapashi. It's a very popular food. Basically, you just mix it with water and it makes like it's a meal replacer. So this right here is what we bought. So we got 2 morning geckos, and as you can see, humidity 60 to 80, temperature 72 to 80. I mean, really, they just do well in room temperature. You don't need a heater, which is great. Humidity, miss the tank like once a day. They should be good. Also, you know, I have a
Humometer.
Hydrometer, I think it is. I don't really remember, but that, and then also they can eat crickets, but I don't think I'm going to be feeding them crickets, at least not yet, because they're way too small to eat crickets. So
The crickets will eat them.
Right? So yeah, this is just some information on them, which I really like that the company does, because obviously, you know, it's always good to have just a card with information in case you forget anything, or, you know, whatever. Someone's taking care of your pet for you. You can just leave that right there, which is great. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead. I'm just gonna move this aside. It smells really bad. I can't even explain to you like how tiny these are in person. Like, here's my finger. Let's see if we can get like a good, you're gonna have to see in the tank, I guess, because like, they're so small. Maybe wipe some of this off. Hi. So compared to my finger, that's literally how big she is. Like, that's incredibly tiny. We're gonna go ahead and put them in their enclosure now, and then I'll go ahead and talk about them a little bit because they are very, very interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and just let them come out on their own. I'm gonna sit down right here and I'll show you guys when they come out of their cups and go into their enclosure. All right, her little head is right down there. Oh, here she comes. Here she comes. There she goes. Gecko number 1. Go. Yeah, it's all for you. Go ahead. There she goes. Up on the leaf. Alright, so the other one just kind of came out really quickly, but she's right here along the side. If I can get it to focus. Alright, so everyone right now drop 2 names down below for these girls. I don't know what to name them. Like, I have no idea what to name them. I've been thinking of names for the last few days, but I cannot think of any. Alright, so the reason that I say that these are an amazing gecko is because of the fact, first of all, the entire species is female. Now, there were males, and there may still be a few males, but they're mostly in, like, I would guess, like, laboratories and stuff. But other than that, there are no females left in the wild. You may ask yourself, well then, how are there still these geckos? Because typically, you need a male gecko and a female gecko. But these geckos are parthenogenic, which means that they basically clone themselves. They don't need a male. They're able to produce fertilized eggs on their own, which is absolutely incredible. And all of their babies are a clone of themselves. So they basically make little miniature them. Like, you know how like people always joke around and say like, oh, like you look just like your parent? Well, turns out these guys can clone themselves, okay? Like, if that isn't the coolest thing, I don't know what is, but that is only one of the things. Also, they're a micro gecko, which means that they only grow up to a maximum of 4 inches, as I mentioned earlier. Also, they're a great beginner gecko. There is a lot of information on Josh's frogs if you need information on them. I'm really excited to own them. So like I said, I'm just gonna go ahead and throw you guys some footage of them, and then I will check back in with you guys at some point. So yeah, enjoy the footage. Alright, so today is Sunday, so I've had them now for about 2 days, and by the way, sorry if I look rough. Worked until 4:30 a.m. last night, and didn't get that much sleep, but it's all good. Gotta keep working. Yeah, I didn't record anything Friday or Saturday just because I was working a lot, and also, like, for a job, not YouTube working, but I also did some YouTube stuff as well. But yeah, everything says that they're like nocturnal, which means that they sleep during the day or wake at night. But honestly, they've been pretty active, like pretty much like throughout the day and at night. I think that's probably just because like they're younger. They're anywhere from like 2 to 3 months old. So from my knowledge anyway, from what I remember, honestly, they're not really afraid of me. I was just like sitting here at the desk the other day. They both came like right up to the glass. Like they were just sitting like up here and they were just like staring at me for like, I don't know, 2 hours. So yeah, this is one of them. Is kind of, if I can get it, one of them is kind of back there hiding. That seems to be their go-to spot, is like up here. At least one of them will be up there. Another one tends to be like on the top like border, like somewhere around, which one of them is right now as well. She's right there. Kind of hard to see, but she's there. But I did find them the other day playing like on the plants and stuff, which I thought was really cool. And now I am going to feed them today for the first time, but I'm going to start with the Rapashi just to see if they'll take to it. And if not, then I'll feed them the fruit flies and see how that goes. This right here, first, it's a meal replacer. I'm going to see if they'll take to it. And if not, like I said, I'll take the fruit flies because obviously they're going to go after live food probably before this, because I'm pretty sure they feed them 4th inch crickets. That's what the card said anyway, when they're at Josh's Frogs. Okay, so we need 2 parts water and 1 part mix. So I'm not going to really measure it. I'm just going to kind of do it by eye just because, yeah. So I'm just going to get a little bit. And I'm just going to stir it. Alright, so right now it's kind of like watery, but it says it'll thicken up. So I'm going to give it a few minutes, see what happens, and hopefully it works. Alright, so not gonna lie, I'm having a lot of problems with this right now because as you can see, it's like water and it's supposed to be like ketchup consistency, okay? I know I didn't measure it out, but like I started to add a little bit more of the powder and it's still not thickening up. So I'm gonna unlock it. And one of them is kind of like top middle of the cage, so we're just gonna try and do this quickly. Place the food there. I'm gonna close it. Okay, so I got one of them to kind of come in the front, but she's not like going down to the food. Alright, so it is now like 7 something and they've had the food now for a few hours. I haven't seen them eat it, so I am going to go ahead and remove the Rapashi and I'm going to prepare some fruit flies for the first time. Now these are wingless, so they can't just fly away, which is easier than like bugs with wings. So I'm going to go ahead and just show you guys how to feed them this way here. If you guys have these geckos or need to feed any of your animals fruit flies, you know how to prepare them. So I just have a cup here. It's a plastic cup. It'll be a little bit harder for these fruit flies to climb up it. Then you want your calcium. Now I'm going to put only a little bit in here. You don't want extra powder in here because you don't want to end up putting it into the enclosure. Like I said, you don't want a lot. Alright, so that right there is probably enough, and if it's not, I can always add more, but you don't want to have too much, like I said, because you don't want any of this to go into the enclosure itself. Alright, so I'm going to start by taking the tape off, obviously. So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to hold this, right? And then you like hit it up against something, and then they'll all fall. Slowly take this off, keep hitting it. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Alright, so once you have your cup like this, you're just going to shake it around. You're going to get them all covered in the powder. Then it's going to be harder for them to move around and stuff, so you don't really have to worry about that. And this is really good actually because that was extremely easy, like way easier than I ever thought it was going to be. They all kind of just like came up to the top, but they didn't like come out. So for anyone who's like afraid of bugs or afraid to get a reptile, amphibian, whatever, because they're eating bugs, don't be afraid, because that was not bad. Alright, so they're all in here. I'm going to get them all kind of in one thing without the powder. Make it easier. Now I'm going to go ahead and open this. Be really careful. I don't want to spook them, so take this out. And now I'm going to go ahead and just close as possible. I'm going to spread them out. That one's probably going to jump down any second now. Oh, just did. And there we go. Oh! Look at that. Smacked it. So yes, that is the very first time that the geckos have eaten. I'm really excited and I'm really happy that they did take to the food. So for those of you who don't know, this is Arthur. I posted a video, like it was one of my first videos, and he's a kitten. I think he's about 10 months old now. He was born in December of last year, and we got him in March, and he's actually, his sister is in the living room. But yeah, this is Arthur, and yeah, that is it for this video. I didn't really film anything else. Today is now Tuesday. I'm trying to post this video today. If you're watching this far into the video, thank you, first of all, but comment down below Planet Fishness. I just want to see how many of you actually make it to the end of the video, because I'm not really sure too many of you do, and for those who do, I just want to see who you are. So Tuesday, the geckos are still doing great. I'm going to be feeding them in actually just a little bit. I don't even have a watch on, so I don't know why I looked at my wrist. But that is the end of this video. I know it was kind of a little choppy. I do apologize for it. I wanted this video to be like really cool and like have a bunch of different like good camera angles and just like a bunch of stuff like that. But I was honestly just too excited to actually be unboxing like the geckos and everything that I was like so focused on that. I kind of just like zoned out and like enjoyed like, you know, the whole experience of unboxing the geckos and everything. Not so much focused on filming, which, you know, I do regret a little bit, but I hope you guys did enjoy the video, and like I said, if you made it this far in the video, thank you very much. But yeah, I will see you guys next time with another video. Thank you, and goodbye.